Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. And today, well, we got a bit of a surprise. German carriers are apparently coming to the game. I thought for sure that Italian battleships would be coming out before we got anything like this, but apparently we're getting German aircraft carriers first, and I'm guessing Italian battleships sometime after them. How long after? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm going to read again straight from the World of Warships development blog Facebook page. And the gameplay you are watching now, this is just some B-roll Graf Zeppelin footage. I haven't played Graf Zeppelin or any aircraft carriers in quite some time because despite even trying to view them in a neutral viewpoint, everyone hates aircraft carriers, so I apologize for my mediocre Graf Zeppelin gameplay, and plus the teams when I was trying to record this footage were just absolutely atrocious. If I wasn't up tier to tier 10, I got an absolutely potato tier 8 team. But anyway, with that disclaimer out of the way, I'm going to read word for word from the dev blog post. Again, follow the World of Warships development blog Facebook page for all the latest World of Warships news. So here we go. Please note that all information in the development blog is preliminary and subject to change during testing. Showcase features may or may not end up on the main server. Any final information will be published on our game's website. Researchable German aircraft carriers Tier 4 Rhine, Tier 6 Weser, Tier 8 August Parzival, and Tier 10 Manfred Richthofen, as well as the German Tier 9 destroyer Z-35, which will be added to the game in the upcoming Super Test session. As of now, the German aircraft carriers concept offers this following peculiarities. Airplanes have comparatively high cruise speed, but their HP pool is below average. Attack aircraft use armor-piercing rockets. These rockets can deal high damage by hitting an enemy ship citadel, but they allow a familiar counterplay. When they hit at an acute angle, they can ricochet or simply not penetrate the armor. Rockets fired at broadside destroyers with their thin armor will result in over-penetrations that deal 10% of the maximum damage. Armor-piercing rockets can also ricochet against destroyers' end armor when the ship is bow into the planes. Therefore, a player's reaction against such rockets should be similar to actions one would take against armor-piercing shells. Bombers use armor-piercing bombs. Unlike the Japanese bombers, German ones dive immediately without the prior altitude gain. Their drop zone is shaped like an elongated ellipse, and aiming it during an attack may be difficult. These bombs will be the most effective against slower opponents. The final shape of the torpedo bomber's launching cone is similar to that of Japanese and American torpedo bombers. The torpedoes have a range of 6 kilometers. The stats of these aircraft carriers in Z-35 as well as Z-35's concept will be published in the near future. Stay tuned. Tier 8 Soviet battleship VI Lenin, based upon the battleship Lenin, was added to the game. The new ship will be used for partner collaborations. Okay, that was really random. Okay, so German aircraft carriers, from what I'm gathering, they are going to be extremely similar to Graf Zeppelin, except for the AP rockets. Now, it sounds just like, I mean, literally, the dive bombers, I don't know why they just didn't say it's like Graf Zeppelin, unless they don't get the really wonky dive angle that Graf Zeppelin does. It says they dive immediately. So, it sounds just like Graf Zeppelin. The torpedo bombers launching cones, similar to that of Japanese and American torpedo bombers. Again, sounds like Graf Zeppelin, just a straight-on square with, it doesn't like tilt inward to where the torpedoes kind of converge like the British aircraft carriers. So, yeah, this is interesting to say the least. So, AP rockets, like I said earlier, it really depended upon how they were going to be implemented into the game, whether or not that was going to be a good or bad thing. Being implemented like this, giving it to the Germans, having that be their unique thing, I think it'll be okay. It's gonna, it won't be another class trying to hunt destroyers, because AP rockets aren't going to be that good against destroyers the way it's sounding. Now, it also depends upon, these are the AP rockets planes we heard about earlier, where they have pinning properties similar to 203 millimeter guns. So if that's these rocket planes, then this is going to be quite powerful against cruisers. And the dive bombers, obviously that's going to be very good against battleships, just like the Graf Zeppelin is right now. And the torpedo planes, again, they don't say the speed of the torpedoes, but considering this sounds like it's pretty much Graf Zeppelin planes for the dive bombers and the torpedo bombers, I'm going to assume for now that it's going to be, again, more Graf Zeppelin, good range on the torpedoes, but incredibly slow. And the range, I mean, yeah, 6 kilometers, that's a lot, but in Graf Zeppelin, you never launch from that far back. You want to launch as close as you can to the ship because the torpedoes are so freaking slow. And you can see I do lift that a couple times in this Graf Zeppelin video. So, I mean, I'm staying neutral, not trying not to hate on aircraft carriers. Sure, this is good for the game. It's more ships, but again, it's more paper ships. And I would have liked to see Italian battleships. They are long overdue, and I hope they do get into the game quite soon. But, I mean, it is just preliminary information, all work in progress. I do like the way the higher tier carriers work. So the tier 8, the Richthofen, and the, did they show the tier? Yeah, the Parzival. I do like the way those ships look. You know, we'll see how it works as more information comes out. Now, the other question I do have is, are they going to have the secondaries? Because that is one of the funnest parts of the Graf Zeppelin. I'm trying to... the website they're on is kind of janky, but the Richthofen does look like it has a good amount of secondary. I can't really tell because the image quality isn't the best, and I'll try to get these pictures up in the video for you guys, but the Richthofen does look like it's got a good bit of secondary guns along its sides. Try to look at some of the other ones. Yeah, same with the Parzival. Yeah, looks like it's the German 105s, a lot of them. And, you know, they don't mention it in the video, I don't see that meaning on the visor. They don't mention it in the dev blog post, because I'm sure that's more information that'll be released as developing continues on. But that would be a nice, for them to carry on that trait from the German tech line and to continue that into the aircraft carrier line, because these carriers really do not have a lot of defense against destroyers if they don't have decent secondaries. Because the AP rocket planes, it sounds like they're mostly going to overpin on destroyers, so giving them decent secondaries would, give them the ability to defend themselves from destroyers that come after them. So, interesting concept, though. I will give them that. It's, it's hard to make a bunch of tech lines and give them their own unique characteristics throughout all these classes, so good on them for making it different. But the AP rocket planes, I'm sure those will get tweaked quite a lot before they get released. The way it normally goes, you normally see about 4 months from announcement to release, to full release, but they've been pretty quick. Like with the Pan-European destroyers, they got announced, and a couple months later we have the Pan-European event, so we may still be in quarantine when we see some of these carriers get added to the game. Z-35, don't know anything about that. I got a picture of it. Looks like a German destroyer, alright. They don't say what its characteristics are or anything, but that's there. In VI Linen, with a collaboration. That's strange. The new ship reviews for partner collaborations. I don't know who they'd be collaborating with. Because, Azura Lanes, AL, Kantai Collection, KC, VI, I don't know. But it's another Linen. I assume you wouldn't need to get this Linen if you have Linen. Linen's a good ship. I'm surprised you don't see more of Linen in game. But yeah, so an interesting bit of announcement there from Wargaming with German aircraft carriers and two really random premium ships, Z-29s. It's a Tier 9 premium destroyer, by the way. So finally a high-tier German premium something, because we have been waiting for ships like the Agir and the Siegfried, the other two high-tier German premiums. Germany is one of the few tech lines that does not have any high-tier... Actually, I think it's the only... Yeah, it is. It's the only tech line right now that does not have a high-tier premium ship. So we'll be patiently awaiting those as we continue to wait for those ships. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think about German aircraft carriers in the comments down below. I'm sure I know what a lot of you are going to say. But let's hear it. Let's see what you guys think. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Please come and join the stream tonight here on the channel at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We will go from 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time until 8 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Okay, guys, hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Hope everyone's staying healthy and safe. And hope to see you guys out on the stream tonight and in the next one.